Should be started.
Wonderful. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving another hour of your Sunday evenings up. We appreciate you hopping on, and yeah, it's great. There's always so much to learn about oils, and I love how we all end up learning from each other and each other's experiences. It's really cool. Okay, so we have got, many thanks to Brianna, who does this each week, a slideshow, because sometimes pictures are nice to look at, and to be honest, it feels like it takes a lot of pressure off because everybody isn't looking at, or for all the info. I'm not really an in front of the screen person. So our first slide,
And again, those are the other buttons that I forget which order to push them in.
Okay, this is looking cool. So week 4, digestive support, which is cool. In our first one, the first slide, your digestive health, immune health, and sleep are all connected. To better support your digestive system, see if you can improve your immunity and sleep. And it's obviously all tied up with, if you want to improve your sleep, sometimes you can improve your digestive system. It all relates and goes round in a circle. Okay, our next one. Lots of words, but there's all the parts of our digestive system. It's a series of organs and glands that process food. It breaks down food, absorbs nutrients for the body to use as fuel, and excretes as bowel movements, whatever can't be broken down. The digestive system consists of all those things. So it's just, there's a lot involved in our digestive system. So you can see that it could be a fine-tuned machine, or it could need extra support. So the next one is talking about excess sugar that cannot be broken down and absorbed by the body will be left to sit in the bowels where it ferments. The sugar moves more slowly through the large intestine, feeding bad bacteria and yeast and causing a buildup of gas. This gas can cause cramping, spasms, and pain. And excess sugar, it's got the picture of the donuts and everything, but some people don't eat food like that, but they might still have issues, with the buildup of bacteria and yeast, or cramping, spasms, and pain. So,
and there's also a lot of sugar in like your sauces, or like it's that side of things as well, that there's extra sugar and lots of different things.
Yeah. So if you're thinking, I don't eat sugar, there will still be something to learn. So that's good. Nice to be learning. Okay, our next slide. The studies, and you probably all know the studies. Diets that are high in sugar and processed foods lead to an increased risk of inflammation inside the body. This can lead to digestive issues or problems like Crohn's disease or inflammatory bowel syndrome. Okay, next one. And just talking about our diet, making the right choices. Healthy fats. I'm sure I saw some, there's lots of info on it. I thought I saw something really good today too. But making the right choices. Organic, natural and raw, a nice variety. Adopt a lifestyle of making those right choices. And pay attention to macronutrients. Is that what that one's meaning there? And it's good to be able to differentiate healthy fats, bad fats. Maybe I heard it on the news or something, but anyway, to be maybe controversial, but probably not controversial in this group, is margarines. It's like this, no, not good. Yeah, just research those good oils, bad oils. I'm sure you all have. Okay, so we've got I think the next is just a really simple, if you've got bloating, gas and indigestion or anything. Out of the top 10, we've got our Zengest, which helps promote the digestion. It can soothe an upset stomach and sorts the gastrointestinal system. And I love that one just for bringing you back into balance. Like if you're a bit prone to constipation, or if you're the other way and find things go straight through you, it just helps to bring you back whichever end of the seesaw you're on. So we have one, just know somebody close to us who was diagnosed, I think I might have said it in our top 10 class with IBS. And anyway, he thought that he'd try that to support his system, and it was amazing. Things that he couldn't eat before, he could in moderation. Or if you're prone to having a sore tummy after eating a certain food, if the food's not good for you, it'd be good to not eat it, but we're all human and sometimes we do. So dilute your Zengest and pop it on your tummy. It can be quite instant. Has everybody tried that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. With my
Yeah.
diverticulitis.
Okay. So if you have a flare up, or is this constant?
Oh no, just if I have a flare up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I put it in my water too. Yeah.
Do you find it quite instant, or do you have to do it a few times?
I have to do it a few times. And then also Daphne has told me in the past to try also. Daphne, are you on? I can't see if she is.
Yes, Daphne's here.
Is it Tamer, Daphne?
Yeah, it is. It's Tamer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another one as well.
Yes. That's quite interesting because one of ours, I think she actually used Zengest when she was actually quite sick. And so anyway, smell triggers her. So we got Tamer, and that works extremely well for her for tummy issues.
Yeah.
So great for kids, but great for adults too.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. So that's the first thing to have on hand. And I think as people get older, their digestive issue, they might not have had digestive issues, but it can start just to be a little bit of a niggle. And so it's a really good way to support. That's what I've noticed with the ones in my life anyway, that it's just good. Okay, now we're on to our next one. Superfoods. We've got super greens and fibre. They're great for helping get in your daily intake of greens and fibre. doTERRA protein. It's got no added sugars. 21 grams of protein, chopped with vanilla or plant-based. Powerful, natural, pure, gluten-free. Interesting. I'm sure somebody was asking about it down the chats. Protein, maybe I was about fibre. Yeah. The protein, we had, one of ours was just feeling sick all the time and a lot of output physically, and actually hadn't been 100% for a while, sort of like glandular fever type type thing. And I think, Brianna, you suggested trying the protein powder. It was amazing.
Because that's how I was feeling. I was feeling sick every afternoon from about 2 o'clock for at least 2 hours. Yeah, and I was just feeling like quite sick. And then I was like, well, it could be protein because of the amount of sport I do. So I started that. And then the next day I was like, oh, I don't feel sick. But I was like, it could just be, happened to be that way. And then each day that I took it, the next day I feel fine. But then I missed a couple of days and then I got that sick feeling back. So then, yeah, when that one started feeling the same, I was like, I'll give the protein powder a go because it could be, it could help. So.
And it's not something that I would necessarily have thought of because...
And it did.
It did, made a huge difference, yeah. Because we eat quite a balanced diet. It's not like this perfect diet, but it's certainly, okay. And, I was very impressed. So sometimes, if there's something going on, this is a bit strange. It's just nice to be able to try something. And I think that's what's so cool about chatting to others who you don't have to keep what's going on to yourself because there's somebody who might have something similar, and unless we're talking to people, we won't actually know. It's just because Brianna had known that that's how it worked for her. Okay, now next thing that's really handy to have is Terrazyme. These are digestive enzymes. We just tested for, I don't know, she was just so tired and her tummy would just be, she said it felt like it was eating itself. And anyway, I thought, well, I'll just get the tests done, get some tests so then you sort of know what the issue is. And anyway, she didn't come with gluten intolerance or celiac or nothing like that. And then then one day I think her energy was just going really badly. She wanted to sleep. Her tummy was just so sore. And I couldn't have one of these. Half an hour later, she was a different girl. And this had been going on for days. So, and I think that's a little bit of tendency for her. So I didn't show anything medically. But there was obviously an issue. And and this, it was actually incredible. It was really good to see. I'm one of these people that just do like to see things. So, and I haven't really had digestive issues. I'm not, some people have the digestive things, and everybody's different. And I just thought, cool, I'll be able to try that out, because when something comes out, I always like to buy it because I think, well, somebody's going to ask me what this is like. So I'm always excited to actually try it on someone, even if it's not me. So that obviously helped you break down the food, and everybody was able to digest it, because I think it was really just going around and around, and she was getting a bit miserable. And it's all the energy back. So, and I have got her to do the protein every now and then too. So, yeah. Has anybody else got a story with Terrazyme? Do you use that, Judith? Okay.
I haven't tried that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that would be worth having on hand.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Further down.
I use
Talked about as well. Daphne, were you saying something then?
I use Terrazyme all the time.
You use it all the time.
Important that you take it with. It's really your food, not on the empty stomach.
Yes.
do I
Right,
take it?
yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we did the same on an empty food. And if you're taking the digestive enzymes with meta power, you don't take them at the same time.
Interesting.
That's right, eh?
That's right.
Definitely. Yeah. But anyway, they do. So you just make sure you don't take them at the same time. One could be before the meal and one after the meal, I think. Definitely will know. She'll be able to come on and say. Okay. The next thing with PB assist. Now, I got this. I'm so happy that this is in New Zealand. When one of us of just eczema and anyway, it just flared out completely, systemic. And actually, what turned that around was the doTERRA oils and the multivitamins, the LLB, and we were recommended to, because it had to have, before we had all the oils, had to go on the the steroids and all the things you use. And these probiotics, they are double walled, so they don't actually in your intestine, which is where you need them to be to build up the healthy digestive flora and bacteria. So often you'll buy things and they're actually just, they're not quite where they need to be for the body to make the best use of them. So these are really worthwhile to have on hand. So if you ever have to go on antibiotics, these are great to follow up with. So yes, you can read all those things that it does, and it's just good to have those, because you always have people who, are looking for probiotics. So you do have something to offer them, to help them with their lives. Has anybody used these?
No.
Daphne, will your internet, have you used these, Daphne? Not on. Okay, next one. We have now Digestion soft gels. These I haven't tried, but I know that they're mentioned later in a testimony that we have to share. I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't speak of my experience, but people swear by them. And if I had a digestive issue, I would be using them, but I'm not that person. So I will wait till the testimony and you can read, and then you can remember these digestion soft gels. The LLB multivitamins, they're just a great support for your whole system. So you're just everything, because as we saw at the beginning, everything's connected. So I remember starting these, and it says do them for 30 days. There's actually a 30-day money back guarantee on these, so you can't lose anything. You can try them, and if they don't work, they will actually give your money back. So that's really worth doing. Next one, what have we got? Here is that testimonial. Now we had somebody that was going to come in and chat, but I've got something else happening in their life today. But she quickly typed this up, so it's a bit disappointing not to have it on, but really cool to have this. So yep, she has a gluten, dairy, and egg intolerance. Tirazyme once a day to help aid digestion. If gluten, dairy, or egg is accidentally had, she's pretty miserable for 3 to 4 days. Bloating, nausea, cramping, gas, fatigue, and with gluten, I also have headaches and my whole body aches. I take the Digestion soft gels twice a day during that time, which helps soothe the symptoms. I also use the Digestion oil on my tummy and then lie down to rub it in clockwise circles around my belly button. Any other digestive upset, I use the oil in that way. I find this really helpful for constipation to help get things moving. When feeling nauseous, I inhale the Digestion oil from the bottle and it works fast and it's great for travel sickness. So that's really cool. And this, I know, has been completely life-changing for this person. So when you're reading a testimony like that, it's very hard to picture the just the difference that has made in that person's life, and yeah, and then the passion that they have about that change and the product because of it. So I don't know if any of you can relate to any of those symptoms, but yeah, lots of ideas to do from there. So what's the next one? Okay, so another testimonial. Someone is very limited in food choices, started these vitamins. I think that's the lifelong vitality. PB Assist, Digestion, Terrazyme, Deep Blue tablets, and Fiber soft gel. No, actually these, it's not the LLV, it's those ones that were mentioned. Oils we use as needed for inflammation, using Fiber for the pain at the beginning. However, after using tablets above for a little while and had no longer needed anything for the pain. It's improved drastically, and it has now been 11 months with zero big pharma. They have done routine blood work, and it has all come back good. Further follow-up with the GI specialists, well, that's in whenever it was, to ensure they're on the right track, but there was no active infection. All in all, Dojo saved my husband's life. So it's very hard to see what the initial thing was from that, but it was obviously major. And those tablets, and if you think about it, that's not a lot of financial output, really, for such a big issue. Excuse me. So you can see the difference that these can make in people's lives. And I know the Deep Blue tablet, that's the ice blue polyphenols.
Yes.
So somebody who, are you going to speak to that, Brianna? Like somebody who's a celiac, is it? Couldn't take something.
Oh, yes.
She wasn't
So
sure about.
Yeah, she wasn't sure she could take the Terrazyme.
Yeah.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure that's right. And so she wasn't feeling comfortable to take those ones. And so just with the ingredients and her own intolerances. And so then she looked at the ice blue tablets and she read through that and she said, oh no, like that I know I can have. So she's been taking that and has been feeling she doesn't go on a stock of those ones. Been a couple months now, I think. Yeah, she's really loving them and so felt like it's made a difference for her. Which is interesting because I would have thought of the ice blue tablets for digestive, like for me, I'm thinking more pain and inflammation based, which then makes sense for digestive if it's an inflammation type issue.
Yeah. So there was something else I was going to do for digestion. So it's just great to know what things are on hand that you can use. Also thinking for babies, for little leagues, reflux. My little granddaughter had she was just miserable, absolutely miserable. We just said to her mum it could be worth diluting some digestion and just rubbing it on her feet. And the difference was startling. It was just so quick, just so quick. You know, having a sad baby to a relaxed baby, just because it settled her tummy. So yeah, all ages. Just dilute more for babies for the Zengest. So has anybody got any other the other thing with Zen, like thinking back to the top 10 in Zengest, is because, and we have mentioned that it's this at a class, and I don't know if it was probably the emotions one and the stress, that, you know, the brain and the gut and the connection there. So digestion on your tummy, if you're just feeling uptight and anxious, just pop that on your tummy too, because it can just settle your digestive system and settle your emotions. So I just always like to put that in, because you never know, you know, when that can make a difference to somebody. Yeah. Has anybody got any anything to add? Well, actually, I don't like to record the conversation afterwards. I think that's probably all the major.
Yeah, I just muted it.
Oh, you muted it?
No,
Did you?
I'll just finish the recording now, and then I will just now, and then we'll,
Yeah. Cool.